Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Divinity walkthrough. I'm just about to activate our 11th blood or star stone, so we're going to get some dialogue here to go along with it.
My friends, we come to it at last. All of the missing threads have been rewoven, and the canvas is clear for the first time in eons. The final mystery may at least reveal itself. The final thread of your memory may be restored. Let us watch.
The Guardians had failed. Source was tainted, the Void was loosed, and all that stood between Rivellon and annihilation was Astarte herself. Overcome by guilt, they hoped to undo their failure by undoing reality itself. And so, they ripped their threads from the tapestry of time, so becoming unknown to history and unknowing of themselves for all eternity. As their threads fell to Rivellon like shooting stars, they hardened into crystals the people called Star Stones.
3 out of 4 have already been reinstated, and now the last of the elemental shall rejoin its illustrious masters. Glory be unto them, and glory be unto you.
The statue before we know what you'll find through the
So the souls within us intentionally tore themselves from the tapestry of time.
Does that mean you know the future as well?
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder
And
awaits
look what
you?
happened. They killed themselves in the most thorough manner possible, only to bring more grief through Starstone. It was a show of weakness indeed. They could have tried to make amends, but no. They just had to obliterate themselves.
Okay, so I have obviously a dialogue option here, and I'm not going with the vindictive route, so I'm going to reload and pick the other dialogue options here. But I believe this 11th one unlocks, I want to say, our last elemental room. That's my... No, maybe not. Maybe not the last one. Maybe it's the second, or sorry, the third, so technically second to last one.
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows?
Perhaps it was the only honorable thing to do after the tragic opening of the God Box by Astarte. Duty is honor, and honor is duty. I can understand their not being able to live with having failed to protect the God Box. Oh, it's so cold in here, it hurts!
Guardians, I ask of you, what are you doing? What good can come of your misguided actions? I have tried to warn you. I have tried to be your friend by pointing toward the one great truth that is the Void Dragon, and say, relent. For you have failed before, and you shall fail again. Why is it so difficult for you to accept that which is inevitable? All things must pass away, even time itself. Sit ye down, rest, be weary no longer. Acquiesce in the embrace of oblivion, in which there is nothing but the equality and the harmony of non-existence. A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Accept it, for it is yours to receive.
To be our friend, that word has truly lost all meaning. A blessing awaits beyond the end of time. Death's blessing, yes, but no more.
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come. You've come home. It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness. Does my brilliant frost beguile you? I am ice, of course. A soldier of ice, to be explicit, and this is where I have dwelt across many eons. Here I wait for the day, if ever, I am called to serve the realm again. Could I be more explicit? This place is of your essence. Can't you feel it in your very bones, as I do in every crystal of frost within me? You belong here, and this place belongs to you. I cannot tell you why or how, but I know it to be true. Of course, alongside my opposite, the eternal fire, we were summoned in service of a goal greater than the timeless battle between heat and cold. Yes, together we sought victory against the void. You can thank our great army for all of this, you know. For existence itself. Those were times of great proportions. The forces of nothingness pitted against those of life, and naught but ourselves marching to the beat set by our great leaders could stop the void's encroachment. Your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know?
Okay, so, yeah, this one actually might be the fourth elemental room, now that I'm trying to remember, because I don't remember what else would have been last then, or what I would have chosen last. Because I think I didn't really care about these spellbooks, because none of my characters were going to use any of them. So again, I think I actually saved this one for last.
I'm sure there's something around here that will jog your memory.
But there is one interesting thing here. The book, or the ancient diary, I should say, does mention a third person that helped defeat the void, but that person was killed, and that is explained a little bit better later on, but this, as far as I know, was the first time that it's kind of brought up, I guess. So I guess that's, you know, kind of interesting information. But alright, so where are we going next here? Back to Silver Glen, okay. I think at this point, you know, I had already taken care of all the stuff in the mines, so I think I wanted to kind of tie up some loose ends here. Now, I did actually forget, and what I actually should have done was gone to Lawrence right away and talked to him, because I have Drexus's head, and that would have completed one of the quests. But again, I actually forgot to do that, so I would say that that's a good first thing to do. And eventually they run Lawrence out of town, so if you don't take care of it right away, you may lose out on that.
So you found the Tenebrium? A grand feeling to have bested the King of Trolls, isn't it? Huh? Hand the blighted stuff over and you'll be privy to every damnable secret this place has been hoarding.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have sunburn, or are you always this?
Time to give Brandon the Tenebrium and learn the secrets of Silver Glen. That's right. I'm very interested to learn what Brandon has to share.
Sakes alive! I knew I could count on you. Now it's my turn to make good. I'll be happy to share with you the not-so-little secret of these mines. For starters, Source Hunter, you already know that this is a volatile material. What you might not know is that there are ways to handle it that can diminish or even prevent its negative effects. All it takes is a little know-how. Here, I'll show you. And if you're ever looking for a full cure, I'd recommend visiting the Immaculate Chapel. Nod your way through their little sermons and they'll give you access to a special mineral that can heal even the worst cases of rot. Now that there's a handy bit of information. But the real secret is yet to come, my friend. Lardance, the bloke from the mining guild, ordered dozens of men to extract tenebrium from these here mines, knowing full well that doing so was as good as sending them to their deaths. Beasts of burden, he called the miners, and said that the guild'd turn a profit quicker if the men mined the stuff lickety-split, before the rot ran its full course. I've got a letter here from the mining guild to Mr. Lardance himself, proving everything I've claimed. You can have the damn thing. I've sat on this secret long enough. There, it's yours. Well, I'm off with little more to me name than a small fortune here in me pocket. Farewell to you, Source Hunter, and good riddance, Silver Glen.
Okay, so that is the conclusion, I guess, to Brandon's side quest there. Obviously, we got the Bloodstone cage or whatever that was, or the Tenebrium cage. I forget if that's the... Oh, it's this item right next to it. But yeah, anyways. So you get the a piece of Tenebrium from wherever you want. You can, snag a piece from the mines, or you can get it from the Troll King. But bring it back to Brandon, and he'll tell you actually how to use Tenebrium. The only thing is, so way earlier on in the game, I went to Sacred Stone and got the book on how to handle Tenebrium from Attenbrea's workshop. So obviously I've already got that, and we've been able to work with Tenebrium, prior to having the knowledge from Brandon there, but which also makes that box or whatever that Brandon gives you obsolete. You don't need that. But it is interesting that there's more than one way to learn how to handle Tenebrium.
Do a salutoin, Hunter. What can I do for you? So, you are bringing results?
Let's show her the letter incriminating Lawrence. At least Nadia will know exactly why her husband died and who's to blame.
You have letter from Mining Guild? Let me looking. They tell Lawrence to keep mining Tenebrium. They say they make him rich if he comply.
That doesn't look like your best work there, dear.
The filthy pig. Oh. Mi voyagos al sia patrino domo sur la dorso del cammello kai riprochi si forte. I knew he was guilty. I knew he was to blame for Ben's death. Oh, I'll strangle him with my own two hands.
Hello again, or...
Father to peace.
Okay, so after the conclusion there with Brandon gives you the letter from the Mining Guild that explains exactly the fact that the Mining Guild was well aware of the dangers of Tenebrium, and Lawrence was sending out miners anyway. Now again, before you send Nadia over here to speak with Lawrence, if you've got Drexus's head, finish that quest, because once this chain of events starts, you can't finish it.
It's true then. May Zal Moxes dry her socks on your mother's gravestone.
Oh, what are you going on about, you crazy old witch?
I know for truth, you bring workers to mines to extract Tenebrium, and that you do it knowing they will die of rot. You greedy man. Malsata rapo. You kill them to fill your own pocket.
Look, you're confused. You're ranting. Clearly there's no reasoning with you, so what say you take this rather expensive token and agree to keep your little delusions to yourself?
1,000 gold for my husband's death. Tell me, Source Hunter, does this man bring me for an idiot? I would be appreciating your advice before I strangle him right here and now.
Nadia should shout Lawrence's guilt. That's right.
Ah, yes, that is spirit. Too bad for you, Mr. Lawrence, High Priest of Illiterati. Remember, my darling Ben, when mob rips you to pieces.
Wait. This is between you and me. There's no need to involve the rest of those cretins. They'll believe anything. Wait, Mrs. Nadia! Wait!
Friends, miners, listen close. You already knew this Lawrence was Greasy's snake. But now I have proof of his crime. I know none, for there's so many who die of rot when Tenebrium was
all
found.
of us.
But do you know that Lawrence knew of rot and sent you and your brothers to mine anyway?
There you have it.
He sent my husband to his death, and he sent you to yours.
Make the monster pay.
Source Hunter, please, you're a compassionate soul, are you not? You wouldn't let these pick-swinging apes swarm me, would you? I am a man of many mistakes and even more regrets, but surely no one deserves to be ripped to shreds by the masses.
Make him pay!
Show that Bonadoro Bracco what you think of him.
After what Lawrence has done, the crowd deserves their shot at him. That's right. Perhaps Lawrence will get a glimpse of empathy for the innumerable miners he sent to early deaths.
No, please, Source Hunter, you can't let them do this. Oh, what a fool I was to execute the Guild's demands. It's the Guild you ought to be after, not me. I'm merely the messenger. Please, please.
Oh, hear that, Lawrence? That's the sound of the scales of justice tipping in our favor. I'd suggest you say your prayers, but I doubt you've a soul left to pray for.
Trial, verdict, and execution in a matter of minutes. It seems these Immaculates have more on their minds than due process.
All right, so if you notice here, there's a ton of different options that you can to explore to kind of wrap up the side quest. You can, tell Nadia to just take the money and be quiet about it, or you can tell her that she should run and tell everyone what Lawrence has done, which is what I went with, and then you can actually have the mob rip Lawrence apart if you want. I am going to not go with that option. I don't remember what trait result that gives you, but I'm going to go with the restraint, and Lawrence will kind of just run off.
One murder won't make up for another. These miners have no right to harm him. That's right. Killing Lawrence will make these miners his equal in the worst sense.
My savior, my friend. This'll be the last anyone in Silver Glen sees of Lawrence. That is my promise.
But that man's a murderer. You'd see us let him free? Let him run off to the next village of saps to maim and murder for profit? You lot, you're lucky the whole of us can't hold a candle to your fancy enchantments, or you'd have to face us yourselves.
You're tired, aren't you?
Justice at last for my darling! Oh, since we avenge him, I will, slip like smooth for rest of my days. Soon we will return to homeland and throw great party in Ben's honor and yours. Oh, my knight in shining garter. Take whatever you like from shop, my friend. It is least I can doing for you. Justice at last for my darling! Oh, since we avenge him, I will take whatever you like.
The knight in shining garter. That's cute. Alright, that's it though for this video. As always, hope the guide was helpful and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.